Hello and welcome back, GilderGames. We're on episode 10 of MediEvil. We're going to head down left here, and again to the left. And we're going to head up to the right. And we're going to do the Sleeping Village. We're going to continue. Alright, we're just going to head forward here and we're going to talk to this gargoyle head.
Poor villagers. The master possesses them. It mustn't hurt them. Hurt guards, though. They seek out an object of great power.
Alright, so like the gargoyle head said, we don't want to hurt the villagers, so what we are going to do is equip the arm. It's the weakest weapon we have, so we don't accidentally hurt any of them. Alright, so we are just going to head forward here, and we're not going to go left into that church just yet. We want to go up this hill, and we want to go straight ahead and get this book. The room key is held aloft by the flow of water from the fountain. You may have to wait for the next drought. Alright, and we want to head into this house here, and avoid her. We're just going to walk around, pick up the moon rune. That's going to annoy her. Alright, and we want to head this way. And then we'll get to these steps here. We just go down them, and we are going to hit this lever. It's going to close off the water supply. Alright, so we can now get that chaos rune. We're just going to head straight up, and we are going to dash, get there as fast as we can, pick that up, and we are going to use the rune straight away. And we're going to avoid them so we don't get hurt. We just want to be careful here because it's going to be an angry man. We're going to read all of these books. History of Galamir, Volume 1. During the dark time that was Galamir's not too distant past, it was King Peregrine who thwarted Zarok the Necromancer and his plan to enslave the land. Zarok, once the king's mage, had fallen out of favour with the ruler for conducting outlandish experiments on the bodies of the dead. It was said that deep within Peregrine Castle the dead were restless. The dead are to be honoured, not kept as playthings of alchemists. Declared King Peregrine as he banished Zarok from the castle. All of Zarok's living dead were routed out and destroyed. Zarok, being an unforgiving soul, went into hiding and vowed to wreak his revenge on the king. And we'll get to the next one here. History of Galamir, Volume 2. Rumours of ill-doing and dark deeds abounded through the land of Galamir. It was whispered that Zarok had employed the aid of shadowy demons to help build a vast castle. Under the cover of night, Zarok's dark army spilled forth from their corrupt haven. The army marched south across the Silver Mountains and through the Silver Woods. Soon afterwards, even the Pumpkin Lands belonged to Zarok. The folks of Gallows Town cried out for help. Save us, good King Peregrine. Retaliation was swift and violent. King Peregrine's forces, led by the brave Sir Fortescue, drove Zarok's army back from Gallows Town. There was much rejoicing, but the war was not yet over. Get this next one. History of Galamir, Volume 3. We're going to stop that. News that Zarok's army had now taken the Floodlands caused much concern. From this vantage point, Zarok could march west to take the Enchanted Forest. The sacred place would prove a better defeat if it fell into the hands of the evil sorcerer. It was Sir Dan Fortescue who once again led the king's militia to rid the demon hosts from the land. Yet the evil wizard was cunning and had prepared an ambush. A titanic battle ensued, of which history has never since seen the like. It is said that the day would have gone to Zarok, but for the skill and valor of one man, Fortescue led the charge deep into the massed ranks of the undead, felling Zarok's bodyguard, the fearful Lord Kardok, and before finally succumbing to his own mortal wounds, slew the traitorous sorcerer with a mighty sweep of his sword. And we're probably going to get hurt here. Nope, we're good. History of Galamir, Volume 4. The forces of evil were destroyed, but at a terrible price. None but a handful of the king's militia returned from the field. Galamir lost a whole generation of young men that day, including Canny Tim, the legendary crossbowman and Fortescue's second-in-command, who fell in the first volley of arrows. Zarok's body was never found, though if it lies unmourned in an unmarked grave, then no one in Galamir would shed a tear. The shadow demons that had fallen under Zarok's banner were unnatural creatures that did not belong in the world of the mortal men. The king declared that they would banish, entombed under the pure earth of the enchanted earth. Imprisoned within an impregnable box of the king's design, the demons were buried deep underground. Their tomb was sealed with a magical device that had since come to be known as the Shadow Artifact. And we want to go here, get this book, and Heroes from History, a retrospective, Chapter 1. In addition to being the strongest man who ever lived, Stanya Ironhewer was unsurpassed in his skill as a blacksmith. He was equally happy pounding on his anvil at home as he was pounding on someone's head in battle. It was said that his only fear was the end of this village smithy as the focus of manufacture in favour of more centralised units, as if. Chapter 2. Born a humble peasant to one of the nomadic tribes from the Eastlands, Blood Manoth's Skullcleaver gathered an army of horsemen and swept over half the civilized world. Even he finally died, attempting a single-handed attack on a garrison in the north while armed only with the spike on his helmet. He was the richest and most powerful peasant of his day. Chapter 3. Karl Sterngard spent most of his formative years under siege at his family castle. With his impregnable magic shield, Sterngard's motto was the best form of attack is defense. Sadly, his shield couldn't protect him against poor eating habits, and he died during a post-battle feast while swallowing a large sausage he had failed to chew. Chapter 4. Truly the hero's hero, Woden the Mighty was fearless, single-minded and uncompromising, unbeaten in combat. He inspired raw fear in friends and enemies alike, not to mention in close family members and pets. Chapter 5. Trained from birth in all forms of combat, Imanzi Shongama was the warrior queen of a tribe of Amazons. The bold and the beautiful Shongama banished all males from her territory, except the handful she kept on to mow the lawns of her people. Chapter 6. A full-time mother and homemaker, Megwin Stormbinder had to defend her settlement from barbarian raiders while the menfolk were away on a hunting trip. She fought off repeated attacks armed only with a pitchfork and a rolling pin, and with one arm holding her baby. Legend has it that the gods, impressed by her indomitable courage, intervened and added thunderbolts to her arsenal. She won the battle with a couple of bolts to spare on her husband when he finally returned. Chapter 7. Dirk Steadfast was a fearsome opponent thanks to his magic sword and a firmly held belief that only women defend themselves. Real men are always on the attack. He was a friend and contemporary of Karl Sterngard and was with him even to the end. It was while Steadfast was explaining his views on Sterngard's shield during a feast that the latter had his tragic and inexplicable accident. Chapter 8. Descended from the finest centaur, Bloodstock Ravenhoofs, the archer was the last prince of the people. A proud, hoity aristocrat, he was an accomplished hunter sportsman, duelist, playboy, race hunter, and 3 times Derby winner. Chapter 9. Captain of the militia in the time of King Peregrine, Sir Daniel Fortescue found fame. He killed the renegade wizard Zarok, a career soldier raised in the royal household. He was adored by the men under his command and renowned for his loyalty to Galamir. It was said that Fortescue was always destined for greatness. With his square jaw, steely gaze, and thick shock of hair, as black as raven wings, he looked every inch the hero. Ooh, we're gonna get hit there, that's okay. I'm gonna read this. Tyr's Guide to Galamir, Part 1. The land of Galamir is a wondrous land of breathtaking sights and adventure. If it's beauty you are looking for, be sure to check out the sights of the Enchanted Forest. Scale the heights and see the nests of giant dragon birds. Seek out weird and wonderful plant life. Go ooh and ah at the sight of baby dragon toads splashing about in the crystal clear ponds. Why not take a walk through the Pumpkin Valley? Pumpkin is Galamir's favourite dish, and about now the valley is just bulging under the weight of young podlings awaiting harvest. And read this one, Tourist's Guide to Galamir Part 2. If it's mystery you're looking for, then the seasoned adventurer should travel to the ruins of King Peregrine's castle. Yes, this is the fortress from which the fabled King Peregrine once hailed. It is said that the king's crown was lost in the dungeons below the castle, and that the ghost of the regent himself now haunts those cold stone passageways. Spooky. Why not take to the swamps and seek out the mythical town of Melamead? This place was once said to be a place of fantastical arcane alchemy, but an age has passed since it was consumed by the murky swamps. Perhaps great treasure awaits any adventurer that can locate its watery resting place. Right, we're going to need the hammer to smash this bookcase in, and we are going to read this one. To whom it may concern, I must make haste, for Zarok's men will be here within the hour. I have taken the crucifix from the church. It is the key to a key. I used the cross to make the attached cast, then I had it destroyed. It is my hope that this cast falls into the hands of a just and good hero. Signed, the town mayor. Right, we want to pick up the crucifix cast and get that 10 gold. And we are going to, we'll just keep the hammer in for now. And we want to head this way. And we want to go into this place here, this shop, and we want to push this barrel. Push it up there. Oop, and yeah, we use the moon rune. Get in there and avoid her with the frying pan. And this bit here, we will just open this chest to show you what's in it. So we found a club, but we don't need it. We want the hammer. And we want to head up these steps. And we will get to this book. Bust of Mr. Shanks, landlord of the Troll's Head. To clean the statue, lower the pedestal. Right, we want to get her away from there. We don't want to hurt them. Ooh, they can hurt us though. Oh, that's not good. Right, that should be good enough. Alright, and we got it. We got the Earth Rune, and we are going to use the Earth Rune straight away there. Get in here and hit that switch. Ooh, get our health back. Yeah, we're just trying to dance around these guys because we can't kill them. It's very bad if we do. Okay, so we found Landlord's Bust. Ooh, and we are going to head out of here. We can leave. Before we go up these steps, before I forget, we are going to have the broadsword and the silver shield. Ooh, avoid her. And then get out of this shop.
Hurry, comrades, tear this place apart. If we don't find the shadow artifact, Lord Zarok will have us mocking out the demons for the next millennium.
Alright, so we're just going to head this way, and there's going to be one of those guards here. He's going to tell us to halt, and we just want to take him out. Oh, and he will hurt us a little bit, but that's okay. And yeah, we're going to head back up here where we got the Chaos Rune, take out these guys. Oh, shield up. Take out this guy. Oh, and we want to avoid the damage there. Alright, so that's them taken care of. Just head down here. And again, we don't want to go on the church just yet. We want to go to this smithy with the horseshoe in it. And we are going to put the crucifix cast in. And as well, we are going to put the landlord bust in there as well, in the furnace. Before we start, we'll have a quick read. Blacksmith's Monthly. Old Man Willie Green of Gallows Town was awarded Smithy of the Season by our readers. His outstanding casts have produced many intricate and hard-wearing iron goods and sculptures. Willie only uses the finest of metals in his work, and is particularly noted for his magnificent busts. Old Man Willie was quoted as saying, when I get pumping on the bellows, there's no stopping me. It's all in the rhythm, up and down, up and down. I've always been inspired by the stories of Stanya Ironhewer, the greatest smithy that ever there was. Okay, and we are going to open this chest, and we're going to get our shield back, the silver shield, and we want to jump up and down on the bellows, and it's going to heat that up. And we are going to get an item there, so we found the crucifix, so that's kind of cool. Right, so we want to head out here, and that church, which is just across the way here, we want to go in there. And yeah, we'll get our health back. Alright, and we are going to read this book. A crucifix once stood here, but the mayor took it. Find a replacement and see how the church should really look. Okay, so we are going to use the crucifix here. Alright, it's going to open up this secret place for us, so we found the save key. It's also going to open that for us. Right, and we want to look at this book. So, Dear Sir or Madam, on my travels across Galamia, I have come across many mysterious and enchanting finds. However, that which filled me with deepest dread was discovery of the tomb of the shadow demons. The key to their dank prison, the mysterious shadow artifact, is now in my possession. That dress-wearing bully boy Zarek will stop at nothing to retrieve this item. I fear that already he knows that it is I who possess it. Yours fearfully, the town mayor. Right, and we want to get out of the church. And we want to go straight across the way, so that's where the smithy is. And get into this bit, go right. Oop, and try avoiding him with the axe. And we are going to pick up 10 gold there. We'll leave the life vial alone, we don't need it. And oop, yeah, we're just going to knock him out. Don't worry, he's not dead or anything. Get in there. And we'll automatically come out here. Alright. So these hay bales that we're coming up to, we want to jump onto these. Oh, get up there. Onto this building, and then this next building. And then this house. Just kind of scale up the rooftop, and we want to go down that chimney. And on the table, there's going to be 20 gold for us. So we get that. We want to hit that lever. Alright, and what I'm going to do is come over to this save here, and the save key that we picked up in the church, we're going to use that. Found the shadow artifact. Alright, and we want to get out of here and take these guys out. So they're quite easy to take care of, and these gates are going to open, and we just head up this way. Ooh. Go past the troll's head, and then into this bit that we just opened. Charge up our sword, and we're going to charge at these guys. Oh, we blocked him. Alright, and we're going to go back this way. Then up here. And then back into this kind of garden bit. So that's the house that we got the shadow artifact from. And we are going to pick up the chalice, the Holy Heroes Awaits, get all of our health back. And we're going to pick up 50 gold there. And we get to leave. Go this way, and then out. And then we want to go right here, where the troll's head is. And this is where we killed those 4 guys, and we're going to read this book. Oops, we want to read the book. Instructions from Zarok to his guards. Capture that greedy profiteer, the town mayor. Take him to the asylum dungeons. Give the fat boy a good going over. Locate the shadow artifact. Bring me back something nice. And we are going to head in there. Alright, we'll just go forward here, talk to this gargoyle head.
Back and forth like a supernatural yo-yo. Maybe the master will make it harder to find those magic egg cups.
Alright, so we're just going to continue in here. We don't have to pay any more homage to the ones below, so we're just going to go straight up these steps here. And we'll go left, up these ones. So it's not her, but it will be this guy with the big shield.
Ah, Herr Fortescue, you are back on the battlefield, yeah? This is good. People say to me, Stungard, what do you think of this sword or that axe? But I say to them, nein! Modern warfare is a question of science, the science of shields. I think maybe you should take my shield, yeah? It is magic, Herr Fortescue. Some say it is better to have a magic sword than a magic shield, but I say to use it, this is rubbish!
Yep, we do want to accept this.
So long as you use it properly, the shield will make you invincible!
Alright, so we found the gold shield. It's got 400 hit points, so it's a big upgrade as well. We can fix it at the greedy gargoyle merchants, unlike the other shields. Alright, we're just going to jump down here. And we are going to leave. So there's the shield there, so it's kind of cool. And yep, we're going to leave the Hall of Heroes. Alright, and yep, we are going to save it. Then number 1. And we're going to save over the pumpkin serpent. Yes. Alright, I've been GilderGames. Thanks for watching and goodbye.